Well, hello again, Fullness family. I pray that you're doing well. And again, I want to express how much I have missed our gatherings on Sunday morning. After a lot of thought and prayer and consideration and consultation with our health authorities locally, we've decided to meet again this Sunday, May 31st. And so I wanted to give you some instructions and let you know how excited we are about gathering together as the body of Christ. Having said that about our excitement, let me give you a couple of ideas or things to prayerfully consider. Number one, we recognize not everybody's going to be at peace with coming together again. And we want to let you know, if that's you and you don't feel comfortable in crowds, please don't feel any condemnation. We're going to live stream the entire service so that you can watch it with us and worship together. And if you're in an at-risk category or you are around people who have a high-risk component, please feel free not to come to church. How many times are you going to hear the pastor say that? Feel free not to come to church. But we understand that we live in a very fluid time when there's a lot not known, and so we want to give you the freedom to either gather or not gather. And as we gather, we want to give you some certain instructions about how we're going to come together and some safety precautions we're going to take. And in saying that, I want to let you know that we're trying to minimize risk and at the same time to maximize the fact that we're coming together. So in minimizing risk, we can't eliminate risk altogether. We recognize that. That is part of the time in which we live. So we're doing the most that we can, but at the same time, we want to fellowship together. We want to come together as the body of Christ. So we're trying to walk this delicate balance of how do we do those things together. So first of all, we're going to meet in one service at 10 a.m., our normal meeting time, and the service is going to last no more than an hour. And in doing so, we're not even sure how many of you are going to be willing to or able to come. So we're going to try one service. If we find that we can't spread out adequately and have one service, we'll expand to two. But for right now, we're going to have one hour service beginning at 10 a.m. that will be live streamed so that if you can't join us physically, you can watch us online. You'll come in, and as you come in, you're going to actually have your temperature taken. We're going to take everyone's temperature just to be safe. And then there'll be hand sanitizer at the doors so that you can, make sure that you're germ-free as best you can as you enter. If you feel comfortable wearing a mask, we're going to ask you to wear a mask, but they're not required. If you don't want to wear a mask, either way, we're gonna give you freedom in doing that. There will be no bulletins handed out, and we're not going to take up the offering. We'll bring our offering to the front. So we'll eliminate the need to have hand-to-hand contact as much as possible. Also, there will be no childcare, no nursery, no preschool, no children's church. That's one of the reasons we're limiting to an hour. Miss Kathy and our staff have set up tables across the back so that our families can sit at tables. She'll have some special projects that the children will be able to do at the table as they listen to the service and try to tune in, and you can help them with that. Don't worry about noise. That we're going to have a family atmosphere. It's going to be a casual service as we worship together. I won't be offended if your child is a little noisy during the sermon, so don't worry about it. It's going to be a great family time together. When you come in, you'll see that the rows are 6 feet apart, so you can sit row to row. There's room in between, and we're asking that you sit 2 or 3 seats between family units so that you spread out. The balcony will be available, so you can sit there as well. Again, rows are spread out, and as much as we can social distance, let's social distance. We recognize again that we don't have all the answers to how to do church. But as you come in and gather together, we want to worship together. We want to celebrate God's goodness in this place. We want to love one another as best we can in the environment that we find ourselves these days. So this is how we're going to do church this Sunday. I sent you an email with instructions that are a little more clearly outlined. If you'll please read that as we come together. It's going to be a great time of fellowship and celebration and being in the same room together. So I look forward to our time together. I pray that you prayerfully consider coming to church this Sunday as we celebrate the Lord's goodness in this place. So I hope to see you this Sunday, May 31st, 10 a.m. in the sanctuary. God bless you.